Previously, I brought you inside the studio with a session where we layered multiple bass lines to create a very thick bass. Today, you're going in the studio and we'll explore the DAW session and isolate the different layers. Thanks for joining me at Smith Music. My name is Paul Smith and I bring you in the studio and backstage, as well as do gear reviews and show musicians how to build careers. This track isn't mixed, but I wanted to show you how the different bass layers combine to make a single bass line that is fuller and thicker. So the session is a little bit further along than where the other video was at. I've went and recorded a bunch of guitar lines, but nothing on here is particularly edited or mixed. You can see there's actually, so these are all scratch tracks. There's some plugins on those. Drum tracks, I got a enveloper, an EQ on this tom. These are all those bass tracks, and I did put an EQ and a compressor on this one. There's a couple little bit of EQ things on these guitars, and some Rhodes, just some gain, and a little bit on accordion. I'm going to start off by just showing you the bass line, kind of how it's sitting right now, after I did a very rough mix of just faders to get a sense of it. And this is like part of the verse, part of the chorus. So at this point, it kind of sounds like a bass. Nothing is mixed, so everything is pretty congested in this. Now I'm going to solo just the bass tracks so you can hear with the rough volume balances what it actually sounds like. If you're finding this video helpful, I'd really appreciate you liking the video and subscribing to my channel. Now, I actually have, as you can hear now, recorded the layer of just a single note of piano to go along with the bass. I really like what that does. It kind of gives this almost like bell tone to the bass guitar. It's pretty loud on here, but you don't hear it that much in the song. And I'll show you this after it's mixed as well, which is going to be a little bit from now. So now let's go through the individual layers so you can hear them separately and then together with this rough mix. So we're going to start out with, kind of what I'm calling the core bass line. And then I did the octave higher. And then I did the fifth higher than that. Now it's playing quite a bit quieter because I turned it down on here. I might just level that out for the video. And then next in the chorus, we went with that kind of grungy riding note thing. And this disco bass bridge, this is just a different part all by itself. And then here's the piano all by itself. So I'm going to start off with just this core bass line, and then I'll add them in as we go along. Now the next thing I'm going to show you is I'll take all the solo stuff off, and I think everything will play. Yep. So the next thing I'm going to show you is the rough mix of this. And what I'm going to do is we'll leave the core bass line on, but I'm going to mute all of the other layers, and you can kind of hear what it does. So it's not a ton, but it kind of is to me. It's just fuller and thicker, and at this point, without having mixed it, I like what it's doing, and it was fun to do. It's a little bit time consuming, but I feel like it's worth it. It's just a bass with that little bit extra. If you have questions about layering bass lines, post them in the comments, and I'll be glad to answer them. To find links to any equipment or software used in this video, check out the description.